So when Lisa Leslie is on Angel Reese's podcast and gets asked anything you would want me to work on going into year 2, Lisa Leslie has a laundry list she's already written out. Your layups suck. Your layups suck. You can't finish. You can't finish. You can't. Lisa Leslie had a huge list.
Have you ever stopped to think about what happens when a basketball star's confidence swells far beyond her actual ability? Angel Reese's new podcast, Unapologetically Angel, is basically offering listeners a front row view of that very scenario, and let's just say, it's quite the spectacle.
I don't know what the scouts were looking at. I really don't. But following the 7, God has a plan, and it is what it is, and you ended up Chicago, but I'm just telling you.
Going into season,
you were ready.
Thank you. Going into my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
From WNBA icons criticizing her missed layups to underwhelming audience numbers, Angel Reese's effort to remain in the spotlight seems to be unraveling in the most awkward way imaginable. You won't believe the comments her own mentor, Lisa Leslie, made about her performance on the court. Stay with us as we break down this unfolding fiasco that has the basketball world talking. Ready? Let's dive in. Here's the ironic part. Reese just can't escape Caitlin Clark's shadow, not even in a space that's supposed to be entirely her own. She introduced Unapologetically Angel to give fans a glimpse into her life away from basketball, but instead, it has turned into a surprising string of missteps. No matter who she's interviewing or what subject they begin discussing, the conversation somehow always finds its way back to Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese on the Unapologetically Clout-Chasing Caitlin Clark podcast. I think that's what it's called. Unapologetic Clout Chasing of Caitlin Clark podcast, hosted by Angel Reese.
It's almost as if Caitlin Clark has turned into an unseen co-host that Angel Reese simply can't get away from. The big question is, are the guests the ones constantly steering the conversation in Clark's direction, or is Reese herself, maybe without even realizing it, guiding things back to that same destination? You have to wonder what's really going through Reese's mind. Is this fueled by a fierce rivalry, a quiet sense of respect, or is Clark just such a powerful presence in women's basketball right now that she's impossible to ignore? With each new episode, the pattern keeps repeating. One moment Reese is talking about her go-to pregame routines, and the next thing you know, someone is enthusiastically praising Clark's most recent record-setting performance. At this point, it's become almost humorous in how predictable it feels. Social media users are having a blast with it, joking that the podcast might as well be renamed The Caitlin Clark Show, with Reese as the host. Ironically, all this Clark-focused discussion could actually be helping Reese. Every time Clark's name gets mentioned, it brings additional eyes and ears to the podcast. Analysts in the basketball world have picked up on this too, noting that whenever Reese tries to spotlight her own journey, the attention often shifts toward conversations about Clark's accomplishments instead.
Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark, besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love, you know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before.
It really makes you question how all of this is affecting Angel Reese's public image and the original vision she had for her podcast. Did she intend to build a space where comparisons to Caitlin Clark would constantly dominate the conversation? Or is this simply an unforeseen chapter in the ongoing Angel Reese narrative? There's a delicate balance between remaining relevant and appearing fixated, and at this moment, it's difficult to determine which side she's falling on. Now, are you ready to hear what Reese's so-called mentor had to say about her?
Lisa Leslie appears on Angel Reese's podcast, Unapologetically Angel. She gives Angel some advice. Just a hint, it has to do with her layups.
Just when you thought the comparisons to Caitlin Clark couldn't get any more intense, Angel Reese's latest podcast episode veered straight into Awkward City. When WNBA icon Lisa Leslie walked into the Unapologetically Angel studio, fans probably expected some lighthearted chatter and maybe a few pearls of wisdom. What they got instead was a front-row view of what can only be called a full-on public roasting. Leslie, clearly not one to mince words, decided to keep it real, and I mean really, brutally real.
Going into my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period.
Let's unpack this, shall we? Lisa Leslie, a two-time WNBA champion and widely regarded as one of the most dominant figures in women's basketball history, didn't waste a single second. She locked eyes with Angel Reese and delivered a brutal truth bomb. The biggest advice I have for you is how you shoot your layups. Period.
Ouch.
Imagine trying to run your own podcast while your basketball idol basically tells you that your core skills still need serious work. And believe me, it doesn't stop there. It only gets more intense depending on how you look at it.
It's just a fact. It's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet, 13%.
Leslie didn't stop with just critiquing Reese's layup technique. She went full-on analyst. She highlighted that Angel Reese shot only 39.1% from the field during her rookie season. For those who aren't deep into basketball stats, that's not exactly impressive, especially considering Reese was making less than half of her attempts from within 5 feet of the basket. That's basically missing shots from the easiest scoring area on the court.
This is like WNBA leveling up and all eyes on her now. I think that she knows that she has to completely restructure her form because that is not the way to be efficient in the post position that she is in. At the post position that she's in, a layup is supposed to be a given. She needs to improve her touch around the rim, like all over the place, but she seems to take these desperation shots.
Now picture this. Angel Reese, probably sweating bullets, trying desperately to stay composed while Leslie keeps unloading these brutal truths. It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck, painful, yet impossible to look away from. The awkward tension in that studio must have been thick enough to cut with a knife. And let's not forget, this is the same Angel Reese who spent the entire season facing stat padding accusations, controversies so intense that her coach ended up getting fired. Even Kennedy Carter didn't hold back, roasting her on her way out of Chicago.
Kennedy Carter Instagram account right here, guys. And I'm here to tell you, bruh, she been going on a little rant all night long. Now, this is the tweet right here that kind of sparked everything. She stated, I think the ability to consistently make layups just put anyone in a different tier. So important to score easy. Now, a lot of people is insinuating that this tweet is towards Angel Reese.
Here's the thing about pro athletes. They love spilling the tea on social media. And when it comes to the Chicago Sky, Kennedy Carter turned the heat all the way up to boiling. You know those cryptic tweets that leave you thinking, wait, what's really going on here? Well, Carter dropped a bomb that had everyone connecting the dots faster than you can say layup. Carter tweeted about the importance of making layups. Seems innocent enough, right?
Wrong.
Angel Reese had been struggling with layups all season, hitting just 42.4%, the lowest in the entire WNBA. That's not just bad. That's maybe try underhand next time bad. Out of 321 attempts, Reese only managed to sink 136.
Ouch.
Just like I've been telling y'all, bro. She has been making it her business to sneak this Angel Reese every chance she get. Now, since she's been cut, it look even more obvious. Somebody said, LOL, you ate down. Now, this tweet right here just popped up here. Somebody tried to come into the defense of her because we know she's a free agent. So, like, if you throw ex-teammates under the bus, that's going to hurt you even more.
Angel Reese's podcast journey has turned into a public spectacle, with WNBA legends like Lisa Leslie and Shaquille O'Neal calling out her struggles, especially her historically low layup percentage, while social media fans roast her relentlessly. From awkward critiques to poor ratings for her new league unrivaled, it's clear that Reese's attempts at self-promotion and staying relevant have backfired, highlighting a stark contrast between her off-court confidence and on-court performance. Despite the criticism, Reese has shown some self-awareness, admitting her shooting issues, leaving the basketball world wondering if she will use this tough feedback to improve or continue down the same path.